Hello guys, welcome to this video. I wanted to talk about Bounty Hunter. It's a Japanese clothing and toy brand. They've been around since like the 90s, maybe the early 90s, somewhere around there. And it's kind of hard to find a lot of good information on this brand. There's a couple of articles going over some of the details of the brand and the founder. The founder is Hikaru. Um, so basically what it is they make designer vinyl toys. I think that's how they became. Similar to Bear Bricks and Cause, those are very popular and those are all around, like in hypebeast culture, and streamers have a lot of those and stuff. Um, Here's some of the pictures. He's into Disney and he does have some like collaborations with Disney. He makes some toys with Disney. It says he used to play with American toys from G.I. Joe and Captain Crunch. So a lot of his stuff is kind of like reminiscent of American culture. I guess more old time American culture. Here's one of the old pieces that he used to make. He makes a lot of varsity jackets with a lot of these like same logos and labeling. So Bounty Hunter itself is based off of Star Wars, and this was before Disney had bought it. But he kind of was inspired by Boba Fett, and he just called the brand Bounty Hunter in 1995. I'm kind of reading through this like for the first time. I've known about this website and this magazine for a while, but I haven't like read through it. I named my shop Bounty Hunter because I like Boba Fett. That's the whole reason why he started Bounty Hunter. So these brands, which is Bape, Undercover, Neighborhood, those are pretty popular brands. They were mainly known for their clothes. But Bounty Hunter initially positioned itself as a toy company. So they have clothes, they have shirts, and they have jackets, they have all that stuff. And I'm gonna go over it where they've been doing a lot more clothes and like clothes collaborations as of recently. But they're mostly known for their toys, and I'm gonna go over that too. And I have a few of their toys. Um, and they're very like punk inspired, and they're like I don't know. They just kind of go against the grain and say all other toys suck, which I think is kind of cool. Oh, this is going to be interesting. So in 1997, Scathing, who was working for Good Enough Undercover and Bape, was initially featured on a Bounty Hunter t-shirt. So I guess this is it? No, that's not it. He would be transformed into the world's first designer vinyl toy. Oh no, so this is him. Kid Hunter? The interesting thing about Scathing is I think he's the founder of Cavent. Yeah, Cavent. I am obsessed with Cavent. That's my favorite brand of all time. Oh my god, I can do a whole, here it is, Cavent. I could do a whole nother video just on Cavent. I love Cavent. And it's amazing that he used to be the designer for Bape. And I think Bape fell off, honestly, because Scathing left the company. He's the one who literally made the Bape logo, and he made the shark hoodie and the shark picture and stuff like that. I really appreciate Scathing. So that's interesting that he's in a lot of streetwear culture. Interesting. Bounty Hunter is not very popular. I'm pretty sure I said that, but it's not like, here's the Mickey Mouse thing I was talking about. But Bounty Hunter is kind of more low key. Not many people know about it, mostly probably because it's a toy company. It's just it didn't go hype like Cause, I guess. I don't know. But here's some of the toys, some of the old toys they used to make. Here's Cause. They literally had a collaboration with Cause. These ones are like the grails of Bounty Hunter toy collecting. These ones go for thousands of dollars. So they call the mascot basically is called Skull Coon or Coon or whatever like that. Um, Here's Nico. Interesting. Yeah, so there's this magazine. Um, has a lot of good information on it. So here is another one. It's like another article. I guess this one just focuses on the Skull-kun and Kataru-kun, which is this little beast. This dog creature. I have this dog creature. This one's kind of just a review of the toys, I guess. Yeah. So here's pretty much the entire toy catalog for Bounty Hunter. I will. So I have this one, this neighborhood conjoined. It's very tall. It's a conjoined one. On my Instagram, I have pictures of some of the ones I have, but I have more since I took those pictures on Instagram. I want this one really bad, this shark one. There's a Cause one. They make multiples, so like this one's a mech shark and this one's like a regular shark. I want this guy, but I haven't found a lot on this guy. This BDB kid. Here's some Mickey Mouses. A snow globe. I've seen these guys. These like bejeweled eyes glob monsters. I want this guy, this monkey one. What else is there? I have these hockey ones, the great one. And I'm pretty sure they're inspired by Wayne Gretzky because he's known as like the great one or whatever. And here's just the supreme one. This one slept because not a lot of people, like I said, not a lot of people really care or know about Bounty Hunter. So when I scooped this one up, it was sitting on the Supreme store for a while. Not many people really care for Bounty Hunter, which is very strange. It's a shame. It's a very low-key, super cool brand. Here's the Kotaro-kun. So yeah, this is, oh, Pagoda-kun. This one, come on, there we go. This one is so cool. This one's super rare. So Bounty Hunter has a lot of sizes. So like this, there's this one, which is like the normal size one, and you can tell because they're removable. This helmet is removable, and this gun can be taken off. It's just like a little accessory. And so can this gas mask piece. But there's like a smaller model where it's like half the size and it's like much tinier. They do that for a lot of the models. They do that for almost every single one. I know the great ones have small models associated with them. Oh, here's Megoro-kun. This one's cool. It's based on a kappa. Yeah, but let me go back to the Pagoda-kun. Oh, it's all mixed up now. Where is Pagoda-kun? Did I miss it? There he is. No release date. Interesting. I know this one's from like the 90s. I think it's from 1999 or something. But this one, like I said, it's hard to find. I have this figure. I paid like $300 for it, which can be crazy. But when it comes to designer toys, that's kind of normal. But the only problem with mine is it's a little scuffed up like in this picture, but I don't really care about that. The only problem I have is like the stock of the AR is like kind of cracked and coming off. So I either have to glue it, but I just don't touch it. I just have it because there's like a metal wire through it to keeping it together. So I just kind of have it sitting there. And I don't really want to glue it. It might look weird. But yeah, this is pretty much all the toys. This is what they're known for. And like every other week, if you go onto their Instagram, they're releasing a new version, like a new color of the toy. That's kind of popular in the designer toy space where they just kind of have like a model. Like there's this model, this skull brain looking guy, but then there's like multiple different colors. Like there's this glossy, kind of transparent navy color, then there's this bright blue, then there's just only like slime green looking one, then there's this red and gray. Like that's just kind of how they do the designer toys. And here's the website. This is the most recent thing that they dropped. The problem with Bounty Hunter is it's basically only Japanese. Since, like I said, it's not very popular, so I can't get this shipped to America. The only way I can get Bounty Hunter in America is by buying from secondhand markets. And it's very hard to find new stuff on secondhand markets. I can find some old stuff on like Buy, which I'll go over, but new stuff is like almost impossible. Like I don't know when I'm going to be able to find this. I really like this design, but I'm not going to fly to Japan to go get it. I don't have any friends in Japan that can ship it to me, so I don't really know what to do about that. But on the website, if you go up, there's this blog. So he, like, pretty much every day since all the way back since 2021, I think. Let's see. Yeah, 2021 9/1. So what is that? September. So since September 1st, he's been doing these blogs. Let me see if I can translate. So what he does is he basically just takes pictures of what he's interested in. It's just like a fit check on his blog. And he has like pictures of what it was inspired by. I was wearing leather June clothes since 2001. Like it's probably some translation error, but he just like, it's almost like an Instagram. He treats this blog like an Instagram. Yeah, like this is just a song. Anyway, his latest one on January 10th, which was literally yesterday, since recording this video, is this Bounty Hunter BXH collab jacket. And these rings are so cool. I'll get over it. I'll talk about that in a minute. But so this BXH, he's been doing collabs with BXH multiple times. It's probably like 3 or 4 times. I'll go over that in a minute. Hold on. So he likes his rings. He has a lot of cool rings. They're all like sterling silver. I guess this is what he was inspired by. Maybe just the Dallas ring, so this one ring. But this is what he was inspired by. Oh yeah, so it's just this one ring that he got from this movie or something? He just likes his rings. And you can see this one over here with the Bounty Hunter logo. He's made a couple of these rings, and I really like this ring. It's like a knuckle ring or something like that, where it goes on 3 different fingers. These rings are expensive though. It's just like Chrome Hearts rings, but they're really nice. Then there is this Supreme ring, where it's basically just the same exact thing, but there's the Supreme logo on it. This one came out around a year ago, or 2 years ago, a year and a half ago at this point. And it's basically the same thing, but Supreme. But I'm a little ashamed to admit it, but this is when I first discovered Bounty Hunter, was through the Supreme collab. So, like I said, this Varsity, he has a lot of Varsity jackets. He uses a lot of the same, like, logos and pictures. He just has what he likes and he just puts it on like every single piece. So you're gonna see this skull a lot on different pieces, not just Supreme. I have this gray jacket. This logo, he kind of just. This logo is like the Bounty Hunter logo where it has like the X and then like the little skull coon image right here. And then usually it says Bounty Hunter or BH. So it's like BXH. But when he does collabs, he does this logo, but instead of Bounty Hunter, he changes it to be the collab name. So this one's Supreme New York. Beanie. This image is supposed to be like an alteration of some like World War II NAZI. I don't want to get like stricken by YouTube, but it's some NAZI imagery. So a lot of people like don't understand or don't see it, and they don't see like what makes it interesting. Like they just see the NAZI image and they get upset. But that's besides the point. It's a really cool collab. I really like it. Here's the ring. It was really nice. Very expensive, but super nice. And then here's some of the individual pieces. I would want this, but I feel like people might get upset with me in public if I wore that. So anyway, this is how I first discovered Bounty Hunter, which is a little foolish of me because Supreme, the the I don't know. It's just the way that people discover things through Supreme. It's like when you play Fortnite and it's like, "Oh, it's the guy from Fortnite," but it's like a very widely known person or character, and it's like I don't know. All the kids don't like the kids nowadays. They don't understand or they don't know what it's from. They don't know the history. So I felt like one of those kids when I found out about Bounty Hunter. It's like, oh, of course I found it through Supreme. You know how it is. But this little character right here, he's kind of like a known staple. I'll get over later. I have one of these guys, but it's in like it's a plush. It's like a little orange version of him. This one's all black, but it's also a backpack. It's pretty cool. It's a little feminine. And then there's this guy, the pagoda. I mean, not pagoda. The Skullcoon Supreme translucent one. I have this guy in its original packaging. I'm never gonna take him out. He just looks cool. Now, here's modern day. So this was in last October. He did this Stray Rats collab, which Stray Rats is like, I think it's Miami based or something. Either Miami or New York. I think it's Miami, but it's a street brand. It's not very expensive. So here's another varsity jacket. He always does his varsity jackets. And I got a few of these pieces. So here's like a little toy. I don't think he's kind of released something like this. Let me see if I can find it again. Where are you? This guy. This dog. He's kind of... It's what it's based off of, but this one has like a little mouse ears instead of like these pointy dog ears. Because it's supposed to be Stray Rats, and the Stray Rats logo is a mouse. So I think that's super cool. I don't think you could see it here. You can kind of see it. But he says, "Don't just stand there, feed me." He has his knife out. It's a little rat toy. They're never gonna come out with that as a real thing, but I like how they have toys on their shirts and stuff. There's more of those from like the 90s and early 2000s where they just have their toys that they release but put on shirts. Here's a jacket. I have this with a different color, and this is what I was talking about. So you've seen this, you kind of seen this skull. They use the same imagery in a lot of their pieces. But here is the X. It would say BXH, that's their logo, but this one right here is Stray Rats. So stray SXR, Stray Rats. That's just kind of what they do for their collabs. I have this shirt. This is like some military inspired shirt, like some old time Navy, something like that. I don't really know. This was supposed to come out at some point. I remember seeing an Instagram post where this is a Stray Rats figure. It was supposed to come out at a later date, and I don't think it ever came out. And I'm waiting for it because I really want this one. Here's like a soccer jersey. It's cool, but I don't like the leopard print. The shirt was cool. And I have this one. It's like a dolphin blue color, but it's like also gray. It's like a more grayed blue. But I have this one. It's really nice. I like it more than the Supreme one, honestly. I think this was a better collab than the Supreme collab, for sure. Anyway, so this was when I first started noticing that, because they did the Supreme collab, and then it's been many, many months. It's pretty much over a year. And then there was the Stray Rats collab, and I was thinking, wow, two Americanized collabs for Bounty Hunter. Because once I got into Bounty Hunter from Supreme, I bought the sweatshirt, I bought the toy, and then I started going into the catalog, and I bought this guy. I bought, well, the great one I just got recently for Christmas. So I didn't buy that one, but I bought the Pagoda Kun that I was talking about earlier. I bought the Kappa inspired one. I got this one for Christmas 2 years ago. So I started collecting a lot of these guys. And then I saw this collab, like I said, and I was thinking, wow, they're having another collab. It's kind of rare for them to have collabs, especially in the States. Here's this collab, this Bounty Hunter Bape collab, and it was rare. There's this shark hoodie varsity jacket. They have another regular hoodie. They have other stuff. This came out like 3 months ago, and it did not release in the States. And I wanted the shark hoodie so bad. This hoodie right here. And there's this t-shirt. I wanted this so bad. But I was not about to pay some scalper from Japan $500 plus. There's also shoes, which is very rare for Bounty Hunter to have shoes. But there's these super cool. I think this is one of the best collabs they've ever done. And it's just wasn't available. I couldn't get it because I'm in the States. It's impossible to get. So that really bummed me out. And then there was this collab literally a couple weeks ago. They announced this collab. A week ago, I think. It's Billionaire Boys Club. I don't have anything from them. At least not yet. But I don't really care about this Billionaire. I know Bape, I know Supreme, I knew about Stray Rats, but I didn't buy anything. I kind of know about Billionaire, but like I don't really follow anything about it. I followed Stray Rats more than this. But this collab recently just happened. And it only released in Japan again. Like I think it was in December when no, it was a week ago. It was like January 2nd that it released in Japan. And I was like, why is it not in America? It's just Bounty Hunter's not popular enough to be in America, I guess. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Except for these, and let me go to the Stray Rats one, because the Stray Rats collab was sitting for a long time. I wonder if they took it down, but it was sitting, and it made me feel like, I don't know, not bad. Like, I'm not gonna feel bad. It's still sitting. I'm not gonna feel bad for this brand, but like, just no one cares about Bounty Hunter, and it's so weird to me. It's so cool. Maybe people think it's corny. I don't know, but it's just sitting. People just don't care. So I was thinking it's not popular enough. It won't come to America. Well, yesterday, literally yesterday, on January 10th, this released on the Billionaire Boys Club website. BBC ice cream. Let me see if it loads. Right here. This released yesterday and they said it's very limited. So I was thinking maybe they got some shipment, maybe it just came later. Because sometimes it happens, they release Japan and they ship it and then they release it later. So maybe that's what happened. And they have this hockey jersey, which is so nice. I couldn't decide between black or red, but I went ahead and got the black. I should have got the red, but black goes with more, so it's so cool. I like it a lot. But it's also sitting. Like, it says low stock, and no one cares. I don't know if Billionaire Boys Club is, like, very popular. I don't think it's super popular. I've seen it sometimes. This is also a crazy shirt. But no one really cares. Let me reset that really quick. No one cares. So, going on, these are some of the recent collabs they've done. And they've been only really recent collabs, except for this on the website. This is also a collab, though. Then, like I said, here's Bai. This is only Bounty Hunter. Some of the stuff they've been making in the early 2000s and 90s. Let me see if I can show this better. The page is taken down, so I can't really show this well. But this is a jacket that it's a bomber jacket that has like a strip of fur. It's like fake, it's faux fur. But it has a strip of fur on the right sleeve. And it's like a nylon jacket and it's super nice. And it was only $100. So I was like, yeah, I have to get it. And it's in my closet. It's super cool, super nice piece. It's like a collector's piece. I also have this. $30. That's what I like about Bounty Hunter, is you can go on Bai. The only thing about Bai is shipping to the States is very expensive. So you have to have a couple stuff, like a couple things that you bought from Bai, and then you put it into one box, and then that justifies buying stuff, because shipping is like over $30. So if you're shipping one thing over, and the one thing was $30, like this, shipping is the same price as the item. It's like, why would I want to pay that much for shipping? And then there's this. I also have this. It's a beanie. $6. I'm not going to pay $20 to $30 shipping for a $6 beanie. So what you have to do is like you have to buy 3 or 4 items and then you ship it over. So it's like, all right, I paid $200 or $300 worth of stuff and then I paid $30 to $40 of shipping. That makes more sense, right? I don't know. That's how I justify it. That's the only thing that sucks about Bai, but like there's no other way. Maybe you can go to Macari, like the app Macari, and then you just pay international shipping on the app. You can do that, but it's also like expensive. Anyway, so I have this. It's a nice, very soft shirt. And then there's this beanie. I only got this just because it's a nice piece to just throw on when you're leaving and it's cold. And here's this guy. I said I would talk about him. They make these little plush monsters. They're pretty big. They're about like a foot or so tall. They're nice. There's, I think, 5 or 6 different colors. There's this orange one, there's a green one, there's a blue one. I think it's like a pink one. I think I'm making up the pink one. There's a purple one. I want to collect them all, but they're so hard to find. These guys are just difficult to find. Anyway, this bounty hunter, not a lot of people know about it. Not a lot of people talk about it. I don't see anyone talking about it. If you go to the Reddit for designer vinyl toys, you'll see people talking about Bounty Hunter when they talk about some of their collections. And that's it. Nobody talks about Bounty Hunter. It's so strange to me. Because it's a brand that has big influence off of Star Wars, Disney. It is deeply embedded in Japanese culture with Bape, Undercover, Neighborhood. It said Scathing, who went on to make Cavempt, and I think Cavempt is more popular than this brand. They talked about Nego. Where is he? Nego, some other people he's in a relationship with. It's just like, it's such an interesting brand. It's so cool. And maybe some of the like pictures are corny, so people don't really like it. Or they just don't know about it. I don't know. But it's a very cool brand, in my opinion. Probably my second or third favorite brand. Cavemp's my first. And I just really want to talk about it because this collab came out recently, and it's also sitting, and it made me think about all what the things that they've been doing recently with Bape, with Stray Rats, and then with Supreme, and still no one talks about it. So I don't know if they're trying to like they're trying to branch out with doing all these collabs. I don't know. Anyway, that was this video. If you liked it and you liked my rambling and you want to hear various other things, let me know in the comments, and I will see if I can talk about certain subjects or I can make more videos. If you guys want, I'm doing something with my friend called ZG Pokemon. It's gonna be, I'll have a link in description, but it's Whatnot. We rip open Pokemon packs and we have a lot of fun on there. We did a stream recently. It's our first stream and it was very fun. We're gonna do another one soon. We're gonna try to do it consistently. But if you guys are into Pokemon, let me know. I'll make some Pokemon videos and you can come onto the Whatnot. We're gonna have a YouTube channel about it too. So just check it out. I'll link everything in the bottom so you guys can check it out. But let me know what other videos I should make, and I will make them when I have time, because I work a lot and I do school. So anyway, thank you for watching.